Hey guys, so I have had a bunch of you reach out and ask me uh, like basically every question there is under the sun about hormones themselves. I've had people ask me about, because I have a hormone weight loss program, I've had people ask me whether or not their hormones can be fat, and that was a whole new game. So, for the record, your hormones, there are a number of hormones throughout your body. Each one obviously does something different. We'll talk a little bit more in depth about those different hormones. But this whole month, because a new year's coming, we're going to talk about weight loss because I've had a lot of you guys reach out to me in regards to weight loss. And yes, there are hormones that are going to actually stifle your weight loss production. It can also make you hold and store fat in those places that we really don't want to have it. And if you've ever started to lose weight, you'll notice key areas lose weight first. And there's a kind of like a method to that whole madness. And we're going to talk all this month. So make sure you're checking in. Not only are we going to talk about the different hormones that are always going on throughout your body and what kind of happens if you don't have that balance that you're looking for, things that negative side effects of excess stress, for example, can cause you to hold and retain weight and even gain a bunch of weight and specific places. So, for those of you who are like, oh, I just can't get rid of the love handles or my muffin top, something along those lines, that's typically a stress related weight gain and weight storage. And of course, everything has a reason. Like there is a method behind the madness, even though we absolutely hate that we are no longer fitting into our skinny jeans. And in our mind, we're like, I wish I had that body I had back then. That was back when you had a different set of hormones and a different nutrition and maybe not as less, you didn't have as much stress as you do now. And if you notice, most of us go through that whole what's happening to my body at the same time frame, and that's puberty. And why? Because our hormones have just basically thrown us a curveball, and instead of hitting it out of the park, we took it to the head and we are on the floor for the count. We're hoping to walk to our first base, but the point is that in order for us to kind of get back control of our bodies, we have to, one, identify what hormones we actually have working throughout our entire body at all times. Because I promise you, no matter what you're doing, every one of us has constant fluctuations throughout our day, throughout our seasons. Like every month our hormones are going to change based off of our seasonal foods, our exposure to light, all that good stuff. Everything gets factored in. So you notice that you're constantly having these changes. And if you don't know what to look for, it's really, really easy to get stuck in this, what feels like a tar pit. Like it doesn't matter how much you do, doesn't matter how much you work out, no, it doesn't matter how many foods you switch out or how little you feed yourself, you end up in that just stuck in that situation where you can't seem to make any traction. Those are typically things that can, one, be genetic, but more commonly, especially if you've had a lot of healthy wait time before, for example, if you noticed after you had a baby that you just can't seem to ditch that baby weight, that's typically hormonal. It's not like a genetic marker. It can be, but again, that's really, really rare. But you never say never, right? There's always going to be that one, that oddball. But this whole month, we're going to be talking about things that you can do right now in your home. You don't have to go out and buy everything under the sun. Just make what you have work. And I mean, because we're still in lockdown, what better time than now? And as an added little bonus, I'm actually going to be doing my own program. And I want you guys to kind of monitor through the videos. I'm pre recording all of these, by the way, so just FYI. But I want you to actually be able to see, I'll go on some lives too so that you can kind of see my progression every week. But That way, you can actually see it working when you give your body the foods it needs and is asking you for. That way, you can start implementing it on yourself. Now, mind you, every one of us is different. So, what works for me might not work for you. That's why we do this fun little game where we figure out what your body is asking you for and give it exactly that need. So make sure you guys are checking back regularly. I'm going to post one of these videos every day. I'm pre recording like 30 of them. So there will be plenty of videos, I promise. And then I will do my absolute best to go live at least once a week. I will figure out a day. I haven't decided on one yet. So don't hold me to anything yet. But I will definitely try to do at least one day a week where I can go live so you guys can see the difference. I want you to monitor my skin. You'll notice like different parts of my skin might break out when I'm doing the detox portion. You might notice that after like 2 weeks, my hair and skin look amazing. And that's because when you give your body what it's asking you for, it rewards you with amazing things. And it takes like 30 days for your skin to like really take an effect. You get a whole new skin in 30 days. So, I mean, I am super excited, especially since the hormone weight loss program is like 9 weeks anyway. So, yeah, get ready, guys. It's going to be fun.